Welcome to the Ben Daniel Podcast, where we're calling a spade a spade. Great to be here with you today. Folks, you could put makeup on a pig, but at the end of the day, that right there, though it might have some foundation on, it might have some mascara, and that lipstick might be a little bit not the pig's shade, at the end of the day, you're not gonna go kissing that pig because it's a pig. No matter how you dress it up, when that thing makes noise, it goes oink, oink. Ben, what the hell are you talking about? Fair point. The NBA All-Star Game is a pig. That's what we're getting to. The NBA All-Star Game, in this analogy, in this metaphor, is the pig. No matter how you dress it up, no matter how much makeup you put on it, no matter how many additional layers you add to it, the NBA All-Star Game has reached the point to where it is a dirty, filthy, rolling around in mud pig. Adam Silver has tried everything to dress it up. Okay, we'll draft right before it starts. Okay, we'll keep score differently. Oh, I get it. We'll get rid of East versus West, and we'll have captains pick their teams. At the end of the day, the players that participate in the All-Star Game have taken a massive dump on the All-Star Game. For the past 10 to 15 years, I'm going to say 10 years, folks. For the past 10 years, year after year after year after year, the conversation has been centered around fixing the All-Star Game. How do we fix the All-Star Game? How do we turn this back into a spectacle? How do we turn this into something people want to watch? Folks, the All-Star Game as it is, people don't even want to watch it. That's how depressing it is. We see these players go harder in summer practice. We see these players go harder working out on Venice Beach. We see these players go harder working out in the Summit, working out at Lifetime Fitness. Wherever we see them putting in their off-season work, these players go harder, put in more of a concerted effort in the off-season than they do during the All-Star Game. That is the issue. That is why the All-Star Game is done. The players don't care. Not only do the players not care, they act like they don't care when they're out there on the court. We're not asking for full speed ahead 100%, but we are asking for something that looks like a pickup basketball game. The best in the world, something that looks like a pickup basketball game. Not a basketball game where each team is just cherry picking, not playing defense. We don't want that. Not a basketball game where each team just refuses to run up and down the court, so they sit in the paint, force the other team to jack up a three, mosey on down, jack up a three. We don't want that. We want Allen Iverson pointing somebody out and saying, I'm gonna bust your ass. We want Kevin Garnett and Dirk Nowitzki playing on the same team, pointing somebody, I'm gonna bust your ass. We want to remember a time Kobe Bryant, LeBron head-to-head, past Kobe's prime, but it still was a great moment. We don't have any of that. We don't have any. Kobe Bryant getting hit in the face. What, did he break his nose in the All-Star Game? Instead, we have ha ha ha, hee hee hee, hoo hoo hoo, hey hee hee, ha ha ha, hee hee hee, hoo. We have some weak-ass soft shit. I gotta be honest. Some weak, soft, pansy type All-Star Game. Hoo hoo hoo, hee hee hee. It's just stupid. It's just stupid. The All-Star Game details for this season, folks. All-Star Game will be a mini tournament featuring 4 teams. 3 teams of NBA All-Stars, team of 8 players. 4th team will include the Rising Stars champion, and each game played to a final target score of 40 points. Championship team gets $125K per player, 2nd place team $50K per player, 3rd and 4th place teams $25K per player. Chuck, Shaq, and Kenny will be the GM/captains of each team. Candace Parker will be the GM of the Rising Stars champion. And then the head coach and assistant coach of top teams go to the top head coach and assistant coach of the top East and Western teams to coach the 4 teams. Okay. Where do we start here? NBA All-Star voting begins Thursday, December 19th. Where do we start here? I want to start right here. The one positive that we might have out of this, the 4th team will include a Rising Stars champion. That is the only hope. That team is the only team that isn't ingrained enough in the NBA ways that they still may say, "Oh, we're putting fire to these to these other teams. We are going hard against the other teams. They may not want to compete and put an effort, but we still have something to prove here." The Rising Stars team, that is our only hope for a competitive, entertaining All-Star game. Our only hope, folks. It's our only hope. Each game played to a final target score of 40 points. I don't like that. Folks, I would much rather, if we're throwing shit at a wall, give me traditional 4 teams, 21. 1s and 2s. But again, we can dress this up. We can put as much fluff on the All-Star game as we want. At the end of the day, if these players don't want to put in effort, if these players don't want to participate, if these players don't want to act like they want to be there, then it's always going to be a disaster. Why do I care how much money these players are getting paid? $1 million pool for the winning team. $500,000 pool for 2nd place. $150,000, $200,000 for 3rd and 4th place team. This is nasty work. Why do I care as a non-millionaire? Why do I give a shit? As a millionaire, why do I give a shit? Telling me that these players are going to be making more money for not giving effort, oh gee, I can't wait to watch. I can't wait to show up and watch. And it's the last year of NBA on TNT. Kenny Smith, no more slam dunk contest. That's going to be wild to see. I'm sure ESPN is going to do that. But it's the last. It is the last. Honorary team general manager, Barkley, O'Neal, Kenny Smith. Draft their teams from a pool of 24. 2 teams meet in one semifinal, game 1, and the remaining 2 teams meet in another semifinal. Winning teams from game 1 and game 2 advance to face each other in the championship. Winner of each game is first team to reach or surpass 40 points. So in the championship game, you can dress this up as much as you want, but at the end of the day, if the players don't want to be there, it's going to be a disaster. And this is Kevin Durant giving you his thoughts on the NBA All-Star Game as it has been announced and is currently constructed. Let's take a listen.
A new All-Star Game format?
Is it like 4 different teams?
Yeah, 4 teams, 6 players each. I think they're drafted by like Kenny and Shaq and Chuck, and then it's like a tournament style first to 40 points.
I hate it. Absolutely hate it. It's terrible. All-Star Game, formats changing, all the formats terrible in my opinion.
Woo.
We should just go back to East-West, and just play a game. I think we've been trying to, bring that flair back somehow with the All-Star Weekend, but I think we just keep it traditional. But we'll see how this one works. You never know. I might be wrong. I'm just another guy with an opinion, but we'll see how it works.
Interesting. Kevin Durant, in case you aren't aware, the flair starts with you. And all of those that are in the NBA that refuse to put an effort during the All-Star Games. We understand that, right? Do we understand that, right? That the NBA is only trying to reinvent the wheel because the motherfuckers driving the car are like, yeah, I don't feel like putting my foot on the gas anymore. Now they gotta find out how to make a self-driving wheel. Shout out to Elon, by the way. Of course it's trash. Because you and your contemporaries refuse to play 60% effort. You guys give 15% effort in these All-Star games. Of course it's trash. And maybe if the players actually tried in the East vs. West All-Star game, they wouldn't have had to change the format in the first place. Truest, come on. If they would have tried, they wouldn't have had to change it in the first place. Again, we are only here because that slew of incoming players, that era of players, LeBron, KD, James Harden, that incoming slew of players, I don't want to play, pay me more, player empowerment, blah, blah, blah. Hear it, blah, 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 nah, nah, nah. I'm sure there's a song in there somewhere. Let me know in the comment section below. Stephen A. Smith, very vocal on the All-Star game and then how bad it has been. Let's take a listen before we get out of here. Folks, I appreciate all the support. Let's take a listen here what Stephen A. Smith had to say about the NBA All-Star game.
S.A., do you like the new All-Star game changes?
I hate it. It's a complete waste of time.
Damn.
I abhor it. I think it's an insult and it's a disgrace to pioneers who have helped elevate the NBA product to what it is. I think it's a blemish on NBA players. I personally have no interest in even being there, and I never speak against the NBA this way. I'm not where I am in my life if it were not for the NBA. The NBA has done wonders for me, and I don't blame the league office for this at all. Kendrick Perkins, Shannon Sharp, you know, y'all are both former professional players. Y'all know what I'm about to say. This is on the players, man. You know, and I've said this on 1,000 occasions, and I've said this on 1,000 occasions, and I'll say it again. This is the ultimate indictment against the NBA players. They play harder practicing in the summer league. Now, what possible excuse could you have for playing harder practicing amongst yourselves in the summer league than you are in an exhibition game where stars descend from all over the country, if not all over the world, to come and watch you play in an exhibition? No, you don't have to go at each other like you do in a regular season. You don't have to go at each other like you do in the playoffs. But you could show some semblance of effort.
Give me
they
something.
Don't do it. When they changed the format and had, you know, like a team LeBron versus a team Steph or somebody. Remember in 2018 when the team LeBron won like 148, 145, and LeBron.
It was cool for a second.
Left hook in the lane.
It was cool for a second.
And KD
for 2
Steph.
minutes.
You saw the energy, the
2 minutes.
all of that other stuff. They cared, and everybody applauded them. And what did they do? They went about the business of rewarding the fans after that by basically, figuratively speaking, giving them the finger. They haven't given a damn about the NBA All-Star. And Adam Silver and the NBA league office has tried everything, conversations with everybody and their grandmother about modifying this because he has spoken out against it. Former players have spoken out against it. Hall of Famers have spoken out against it. Hell, Chris Paul was the executive director of the president rather, of the Players Association. And when he was there in that position, he spoke out against it. It's embarrassing. And the fact that they have to go through this just to gain interest is the ultimate indictment against players who are paid generational money, and you can't show up for an all-star game to show a modicum of effort. It's a disgrace.
Nasty work. Nasty, nasty, nasty work. Stephen A. is absolutely right. Dudes play harder in summer practices than they do in the All-Star game. Nasty work. Wait. It's gotten so bad to the point to where now the NBA needs to dress this up as to something it's not to get you guys to trick your own selves into thinking that you need to put an effort into your job? That's wild. But that's how bad it's got. And like I said to start out this video, you can dress up a pig all you want. You can put makeup on it. You can put a wig on it if you want to. God, go ahead, put a wig on it. Tell me how good of a kisser it is. Appreciate all the support. Let me know what you think in the comment section below. Like the video if you appreciate it. Subscribe to the channel. I would greatly appreciate that. See you next time, and as always, take it easy.